Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, I'm going to show you a new promo card. I'm going to complain about that new promo card, and then we're going to talk about whether this new promo card is proof of a real trend going on, and I unfortunately think it might be, and it is a trend about which I am frankly not particularly happy. Okay, so the new promo is a Giovanni's Meowth, which is one of those double promos we get over in Japan. It is appearing as a promo in the next issue of Korokoro Ichiban, as well as appearing as a promo in the next issue of Pokemon Fan. And I've made it very clear in the past, but let me say it again. Pokemon Fan is like legit my favourite magazine, other than like Tabletop Gaming, which I write for. Pokemon Fan is like my favourite magazine because it's basically, it comes out every like 3 months or something, or every couple of months. But basically, it is just, here's the last 2 or 3 months worth of news in Pokemon. Trading card game, anime, toys, the works. Here is everything that's going on in the world of Pokemon. And a little while ago, they basically decided every issue comes with a promo card. And seriously, it's been a while. Every issue of Pokemon Fan comes with a promo card. Don't believe me? Well, this is going to be in Pokemon Fan 93. Pokemon Fan 92 had your Ionos Tadpole promo. Pokemon Fan 91 had your Zeb Striker promo. Pokemon Fan 90 had your Kangaskhan promo. Pokemon Fan 89 had your Zeraora promo. Pokemon Fan 88 actually didn't have a promo. And then 87 had your Pachirisu. So 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. From 89 onwards, everyone has had a promo. Some of them have a friender tag in as well, but we're not quite at the stage where everyone definitely has a friender tag. So boo, hiss, etc. Point is, nowadays, Pokemon Fan comes out and yay! It's got a Pokemon promo, and then that same promo is also put into an issue of Korokoro Ichiban. And then we end up with this really cool thing where we get the promo with the double stamp. It's got the stamp of the logo of both magazines, which firstly just I think looks cool, and secondly, it means it's easier to get hold of. It means that you can go and buy either magazine and you're good to go. This is wonderful. But you may have noticed something with this Giovanni's promo and also the last promo. Yeah, the problem we've got here is that it's not a good promo. You see, this Giovanni's Meowth is exactly the same as the Giovanni's Meowth from the set. It is identical to the Giovanni's Meowth that is in Glory of Team Rocket, of course, with the stamps on. Same card, same artwork, same effects, same everything. There are exactly 2 differences. Number 1, in the bottom left-hand corner, they've given it a promo numbering and promo, rather than giving it the set numbering and set symbol. And we got the logos for Korokoro Ichiban and Pokemon Fan in the bottom left-hand corner of the card artwork. That is it. That is the sum total of differences that we see here. This isn't good. Because what's the point? Where's my alternate art? Where's my new promo? We have this card. And don't get me wrong, I buy Pokemon Fan every month. I import it from Japan literally not every month, every like 2 months now. That's when it comes out. But I get it every time from Japan. I have bought every issue for a couple of years now. I have a little collection going on in my studio. I'm building up a little library. I love this magazine. I'm going to buy it even if it doesn't have a promo. The fact that it has a promo makes me happy. I've got a page in my binder where I collect all of these promos. And I'm very happy to say that since they went to the double stamp, and I believe Pachirisu was the first double stamp promo, because that was like the first one that was actually a Pokemon Fan promo rather than being an Ichiban promo. Since we went there, I've got all these promos. But why have we randomly started going to just regular promos with stamp? Why? What's the point? Who wants this? Because also, Do you remember the last promo? You might have seen it. You might have got a little sneak peek a minute ago. It was the Ionos Tadbulb. Oh, yeah. It was exactly the same card as the Ionos Tadbulb from Battle Partners, just with the stamps on. And again, I asked the question, what's the point? We have this card. And the problem I've got now is it's happened twice in a row. Last time we saw the Ionos Tadbulb promo and we went, well, that's a bit disappointing. Obviously, I still bought the magazine. It's a little disappointing, but I don't know, maybe it's a bit of a one-off. Maybe they commissioned artwork for a new promo and it didn't come in time. Maybe there was some other issue. Maybe they had to just go, oh, we don't have a promo, but the magazine's got to go to print. We have to have a promo. Let's just take a card from the set, whack the logos on there. We can do that in 5 minutes in Photoshop and get them to the printers. Maybe they had to do that, and I went, well, okay, fine. Problem is, this is 2 in a row now. And maybe we can look at this and go, well, you know what? Maybe this is a trainer's Pokemon thing. Maybe the sets with trainers Pokemon are going to have this, but the regular sets won't. Maybe when we go away from trainers Pokemon, we'll go back to real promos. I hope that's the case. I don't hold out much hope. Because like I say, issue 87, we had the Pachirisu. 88, we didn't actually have one, sadly. But then 89, we had the Zarude. 90, we had the Kangaskhan. 91, we had the Zeb Striker. We're on a nice little run of getting exclusive promos in these magazines. And, you know, sometimes, like the Pachirisu had a nice little energy acceleration attack on coin flips, and it wasn't good. No one's saying it was actually good. But it was, you never know. Maybe there was a chance that, you know, some decks could use it here or there. But it wasn't really actually any good, and it wasn't really supposed to be. That wasn't the point. They were just cool cards that you could go and get in this magazine, and by making it available in both magazines, it made the promo more available. I am not aware of anyone being upset about this. I don't think anybody was mad about this. Back when they were just Korokoro promos, there were a few times the promo was actually a real pain to get hold of, I admit. Got them all, but sometimes it was a bit of a pain. It's not been a pain since we went to this. And I think this is starting to become a little bit of a trend, and I think this is a bad thing. I don't like this. I'm not a fan of this. And remember, this is not just happening over in Japan. We've seen a couple instances of this happening in the West in the past few weeks, which are really starting to make me wonder about what's going on. Think back, a couple of days ago I showed you the Masks of Ogerpon Premium Collection. And it had promo cards of Wellspring Mask Ogerpon and Halflane Mask Ogerpon. But they're not promo cards. They're actually not even numbered like promo cards. We can't see on Halflane Mask, but on Wellspring Mask Ogerpon here, we can see it's got its Twilight Masquerade numbering and all of that. It is just the exact same card as you pull in a pack, but they've gone and whacked a stamp on there, a Twilight Masquerade stamp. Rather than giving us alternate arts, they've just given us a regular card with a stamp on. And this isn't the only time we've seen this recently. Look at the pre-release promo cards for Destined Rivals. They are just the regular cards from Destined Rivals with a stamp on. It's been years of having alternate art promos for pre-releases. Like the amazing Snorlax we got for Journey Together, which I still think might be the best one we've ever had. Love Snorlax, love Okacheke. I was always going to love this one. But the point is, this is now starting to become a really worrying trend. Because now we got pre-release promos, which are just regular cards but stamped. We've got a new product which has regular cards but stamped. We've got 2 magazines over in a row in Japan, whereas instead of the usual brand new unique promos, they've gone to just regular cards stamped. And I don't know why this is. There is an argument that by basically just making them regular cards but stamped, they go, Well, this is going to stop people buying the magazine just for the promo, which is going to make the magazine easier to find for people. If the magazine is selling out too quickly, maybe that's an option. And maybe we can make the same argument for pre-releases. Pre-releases are selling out because people are rushing to get the promos, so let's make the promos less appealing, so the people that really want to go to pre-releases are going to have an easier time getting tickets. Now, I'm not aware of pre-releases selling out super quickly. If you are, let me know in the comment section. But that's about the best I can think here. Because if we stick on Japanese magazines for a minute, this is not happening over with other card games. Although, interestingly, One Piece has started doing something a little bit weird lately. And they're still very much doing magazine promos, let's be clear. Let's take V-Jump. V-Jump is a magazine that has One Piece promos in here and there. And the most recent one was in the April issue, where they brought us the Shirahoshi promo. And also, I mean, you can see, Japanese magazines are so much fun. There's also a Yu-Gi-Oh! Promo, and a Battle Spirits promo, and a Union Arena promo, and a Dragon Ball Fusion World promo. Yeah, they are not shy giving out promos in Japanese magazines. But the point I'm making here is, these are mechanically unique promos. And I mean they're all mechanically unique promos. The Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm pretty sure is, the Fusion World is, I believe the Battle Spirits is. These are mechanically unique promos. Other games are not going to these just stamped promos like Pokemon are. And again, I'm not guaranteeing they're going to do this forever. I'm just telling you the trend which I'm seeing right now. 2 in a row for me is a little bit worrying. But what we have seen, for instance, in the new issue of Psycho Jump, and they're also doing it in a magazine called Shonen Jump, and what they're basically doing is having a mail-away thing. So in the latest issue of Psycho Jump, they're giving you Tony Chopper Don. They're the resource cards we use in the game. But you can see in the front of the magazine that there's 3 promo cards at the bottom, but they are alternate art. They are brand new artwork, but they're not mechanically unique. They're alternate art reprints. Still special because they're alternate art. But they're a mail-away promotion. You have to buy the magazine, get a code, enter it online, pay some money, and then they will mail them to you. Which One Piece don't always do. I just showed you the example from V-Jump. But they are doing more and more lately. So I'm just saying, we are seeing some other changes over in some other card games. But generally speaking, don't make no mistake about it, other card games are still happy to just put unique promos in magazines. The fact that Pokemon have now twice in a row, and for the record, Pokemon only do promos in Korokoro Ichiban and Pokemon Fam, with the occasional one in Korokoro Comic, all these are done by the same publisher. They don't do V-Jump, Psycho Jump like a bunch of the other card games do. It is just in here. So the fact that we've had 2 in a row now, just being regular cards but stamped, is not good news. The fact that we're seeing this in some products, pre-release, etc. in the West is not good news. Is this something we're going to have to start getting used to? Not sure, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely It's a Coaster, who's a very lovely person, been supporting for a while, so shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.